All right, let's get into, I think we're putting up the question of the day first. Is that right? No, let's go to trending topics. All right, let's do our trending topics first. And Karen, here we go. So these are linked, Karen Moore and Jacob Zuma. So we know the drama that's been surrounding what's happening with the different court cases that are taking place. And of course, our former president, Jacob Zuma. So Karen Moore, so this is what's been said. Moore wants the matter thrown out. Zuma interdicted from pursuing a private prosecution against her in the future. Oh gosh, okay. So they took that one off. I was just reading it. But that's what's happening. And basically, she wants this to be dropped. So just saying, you know, these charges, I think we need them to be dropped. But I am not sure the former president is going to drop them that easily. And, you know, there's just a whole different school of thoughts. And, you know, everybody's saying that, you know, that this is something that is going to be happening. You've got journalists, all organizations saying, well, this is the committee to protect journalists have called on the former president and his legal team to immediately stop their criminal prosecution against Karen Moore. Again, more journalists speaking out, you know, saying it's an outrageous attempt by South Africa's most corrupt president. I'm now speaking about Adam Habib. He's writing this to threaten a committed journalist who tried to hold him accountable. A committed Democrat should rally to Karen Moore's side. That was a tweet from Adam Habib. He was writing in defense of Karen Moore as well. And there are many voices that have come out on different sides of the story. So everybody's having a say on this one. Journalist Karen Moore files urgent bid for dismissal of charges brought by Zuma. The former president has no standing to institute a private prosecution against her, Karen Moore says in her court papers. So yeah, let's see how this one pans out. But I'm not sure that the former president is going to back down so easily. So that's the trend of Jacob Zuma and Karen Moore. Thabo Mbeki is still trending, and this is from that lecture he delivered, or that talk he delivered at UNISA. And there's just a whole bunch of different reasons. I mean, you'll remember yesterday we spoke about the fact that he was trending very much so for his thoughts and views on HIV/AIDS. We spoke to that one. But I think what a lot of people are also speaking to are some of the issues he raised when it comes to foreign nationals. And he was saying that foreign nationals who are committing crimes in South Africa must be arrested and deported, and we must not paint all foreign nationals with the same brush. And he also was basically saying, you know, we mustn't be xenophobic. That's not something we must be. And he just basically was talking to the fact that we must be more welcoming, but not to the illegal immigrants and not to crime. But we cannot live in an island, and we need to welcome others in. So, I mean, that in a nutshell is what he was saying, and people were not too happy about that one. He also spoke of the energy crisis and the lack of leadership in many dimensions. All right, so that's the trend of Thabo Mbeki. Let's move on to the next one. Zimbabweans. So here's an interesting one, and there are for many different reasons Zimbabweans trending, but I came across this one story where they were talking to 3 Zimbabweans burnt to death in Shavani village outside Elam. This happened on Saturday, and they'd been accused of stealing cables and solar panels. Now, subsequently, about 200 immigrants fled their homes. Some were forced out of their houses by vigilante groups, and they have fled to other villages or are hiding in the bush. And this is a story that's making the rounds. And of course, there's obviously a lot more issues. I mean, it is something that is trending all the time on social media, but this is one of the stories that jumped out at me, and it's also linked to the utterances of what our former president Thabo Mbeki was saying about Zimbabweans and close the borders. But you're going to see how it's linked to our question of the day as well, which I'll get into in just a second's time. And this is Pearl. Okay, we're talking Pearl Tuzi here, and Pearl is, I don't know, I think it's DJ Zinhle and Pearl. They used to be great friends, then they weren't great friends. Then this video came about. There's this video where DJ Zinhle just kind of pushed Paul Tuzi away. Here we go. Oh, Aina. Okay, so people were not happy with that, saying, hey man, Pearl Tuzi jumped to your defense and she took your side and she was like your BFF and whatever. But then obviously this photo was posted on Zinhle's Instagram or Insta stories. It was the same night, and they were apparently, that was not what happened. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, we'll leave it to Twitter to worry about that one. Doesn't matter to me.